I got into the music, started playing music with some friends locally, and did a couple bands that sucked, and then did finally the band that I still am currently in, or has been revived or whatever. But we formed in high school, and yeah, um, I don't know how much you want to get into
I
the
want to
music
get into
stuff,
it.
or okay.
What's the name? What's the name of that band?
The Dawn Retreat is the band. We just released an album last month, and we're playing a release party in a couple weeks here in the Quad Cities area. So
That's awesome, man. You do a million different things. I'm gonna try to get into a majority of them at the very least. But what is your role in the band?
I am the vocalist in the band and lyricist and all that. In previous bands, I was the drummer because I had drums and nobody else had drums. So I was by default the drummer. But this was the first band that I was vocalist in, and we've been a thing ever since.
And what is it? It's a what is it, 4-piece or something like that?
Yeah, it's a 4-piece.
With a bass and a guitar player and drums. What are
Yep.
your band members' names?
Travis is the guitar player, Ben is the drummer, and Nathan is the bassist.
And play with these guys back in high school?
Yep.
The same three dudes, and now you're back together again all these years later?
Yep. We never
That's
officially broke up. We just all had kids and had lives, and it kind of petered out. But yeah, we're bringing it back. We've been writing this album for like, I don't know, 5 years. Like some of the themes on this album are kind of what I wrote in the anti-religious phase. And so it's not even necessarily stuff that I stand behind now, but I do stand behind that it was true at the time, and it is telling a story of my life in a dark period then that I think people could relate to. So it's weird to put it out now, but yeah, the point being, we've been working on this for a long time. It's not like we hit the studio, recorded an album, now we're playing a show. Like we just kind of wrote back and forth whenever we had time and felt like it over the course of 5 years. And now we finally got around to releasing it. So it's gonna be fun.
that's cool. Are you the biggest? Are you the diva, the diva in the band, or no, the lead
No, that
singer?
would be the drummer, Ben.
Oh, the drum. That's unusual. The drummer's not typically the diva.
He would
It's
probably
usually
disagree with me, but I'm saying it.
yeah. Well, that's cool. That. Like I keep saying, that's great that you were able to like reunite with these dudes all these years later. What does your band think of of your political involvement, your all your different interests and your podcasts and your worldviews and stuff? What are they all on board with this stuff, or they have their own thing going on? They just have families and normal lives.
I mean, no, I vehemently, well, not vehemently, whatever. We disagree heavily on politics between me and a couple of the band members, and it's been a bit of an issue recently, actually, because of some things that have happened that I don't want to get too deep into. But um, all in all, like the podcast formed during a break in the band, and it's become a spicy thing that they did not sign up for. So it's kind of a weird area where I'm like we're bros. Like my best friend is, I think he would call himself a socialist, and yeah, we're good, except for like we disagree heavily on these things. The only time it will become an issue is if hypothetically people on the internet try and cancel our shows because of some of my political takes, and then people who I love who disagree with me on politics are in a position where they have to defend this thing that they didn't sign up for, like the libertarian stuff. They didn't sign up for any of that. The band was first, and then the politics came in the break, and now they're kind of like lumped into that by default. But we're all humans, and we work together and mostly leave the politics out of it. I can have the conversations with them about it, but it's not like the band's not like a political act or anything. We're not like writing songs about. I mean, the most political that we would be is like the system fucking sucks, and we all certainly agree on that. But like, yeah, as far as like getting into the, we're definitely not like a libertarian band or anything like that, like talking about that shit. But yeah, they know pretty much where I stand on things, and we're cool. It's all good.
That's good. I can see that definitely being challenging. Is that you got a Republican in the band too, just so you cover all your get
Not
everyone in
really.
there?
Not really. I mean, I don't even want to label what they believe. I would say they're probably more left. Two of them are more left leaning than I am, but I mean they're reasonable people. And the other one is kind of in a. I wouldn't say in agreement with me on anything. He mostly just doesn't care. He's mostly agnostically, like, doesn't give a shit, but he's more able to be swayed into my views. I don't know if he agrees with me more or if he's just like, you know, doesn't care so much that he's like, yeah, sure, let's not talk about it anymore. I don't care. But he doesn't care. It's fine.